Social service agencies say new salary guidelines for the sector are useful to benchmark themselves against the market. And this is important in attracting and retaining talent. But paying higher salaries is also putting pressure on agencies already under strain. Sherry Look with this report.
Sean Cheng took a pay cut when he left engineering to follow his heart into social work, where he now deals with issues like family violence and mental illness. So he knows firsthand how taxing the work can be for him and his colleagues, and how better pay can go a long way.
They use some of this for self-care, which is important so that they can have the energy and the space and capacity to actually serve the clients. But some of them also do have needs at home, whether it's elderly folks or even children, and this does go a long way in supporting their family's needs also.
Sean received a promotion and a pay bump this year. It came after his organisation adjusted wages to meet revised salary guidelines from the National Council of Social Service. NCSS recommended raising sector pay by 4 to 15% across all professions and job levels. The aim is to make wages comparable to those in competing labour markets. Atworth Community Services says this has reassured its staff and slowed turnover rates. The challenge, though, is how to stretch its budget to afford paying the higher salaries.
At the end of the day, social work is like a black hole, if I may choose an analogy. It takes in, it keeps drawing in resources. And I think that apart from partnership with the government, partnership with various people who can support the work, we need to do donation. We need to do fundraising.
To manage this, NCSS also serves as a resource to help organizations work within their means. It helps agencies digitalize and train their staff to boost efficiency. It says 91 out of about 500 agencies have sought assistance since the guidelines were revised in April. These initiatives are all part of efforts to make social service agencies more financially sustainable in the long term. I spoke to one researcher about it, and he says another way of doing so could be by looking at alternative forms of hiring.
For instance, it can be a lot more sustainable to leverage paraprofessionals for quite a few tasks, since not all tasks require someone with a very high level of professional training. And if we're able to get others with less training but have the competence to do perhaps the more or the less complicated task, that can be a more financially sustaining operation.
Social service agencies say it's all about striking the right balance, and caring for the carers enables them to better meet the needs of the rest of society.